Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here, and Fan Fridays starts right now with a battle from Adam, and this is awesome. I'm already excited. We have Trapinch. We have our not fully evolved Pokemon requirement for the week, and I want to see what it's going to do in this double battle. It's looking like Trick Room, but what are the shenanigans afterwards? That is going to be very exciting. Also, I'm recording this before the Pokemon Sun and Moon news, so get hyped for that, right? That was crazy, unless it wasn't. You know, something like that. And we have a shiny Mewtwo on board. So things are about to get pretty interesting. If that's pressure, then it's a hacked Mewtwo. And that means Trapinch is... Ooh. Give me 1 second, guys. We need to pause this one. Quick note and reminder that you also didn't have to click on this video, that if you're offended by me calling out illegal Pokemon and you come here just to dislike, I don't care about your dislike. I will not back down from calling out illegal Pokemon cheaters and hackers, and you have no reason to click on this video if you know there's going to be cheated Pokemon accusations inside. There's 3 other Fan Fridays, potentially 4 other Fan Fridays. I don't even know how big the news is going to be. You have other videos to watch today, okay? Okay, so I wanted to go and do some digging because that is the second hacked shiny Mewtwo that we've seen in 2 weeks. And I've been getting a lot of people in the comment section saying now I'm like intentionally looking for cheated Pokemon. No, that is how big of a problem cheating is right now, that a majority of players are using hacked Pokemon, and this is the legal shiny Mewtwo. If it has the Unnerve ability, then you will know, and it will say Unnerve, not Pressure. Pressure shiny Mewtwo, never given away as an event. That's all Unnerve, it's all for the VGC Unnerve, and that's the big problem that we're facing. So what I actually did was I went on Twitter, I was trying to look for what's going on, and people are just saying, okay, got a shiny Mewtwo on the Wonder Trade. Okay, that's most likely hacked. Or someone cloned the event, and that's pretty much hacked as well. When you get a shiny Mewtwo from someone named Ash in Wonder Trade, hashtag Pokemon at Pokemon, and then this is like this is why I have something against people that are using cheated Pokemon. This is why I have something against people that are hacking and giving away hacked Pokemon, because people think they're getting legitimate Pokemon. Like, look how happy he is. He even says, this is also my very first shiny Pokemon. Well, no, it doesn't count. That's not me being mean. That's getting a shiny hacked Pokemon off the Wonder Trade, or getting a shiny Pokemon off the Wonder Trade doesn't count as you getting shiny, and it says Ash in the Wonder Trade, which means it's impossible for it to be the event, because event is Play Pokemon 2016. That's who the name is from. And if you're putting Ash down as the name, most likely just someone hacking and giving it away. But I did find something interesting, that apparently this guy, Jake Peter, was giving away hacked Mewtwo's on the Wonder Trade. How do I... What is my right? How am I able to say that this is hacked? Well, check out the box. 1, 2, 3, 4. He has multiple boxes of Mewtwo, and he's giving away Pressure Shiny Mewtwo. And we could see, like, throughout the entire stream, he goes through, like, several boxes filled with these hacked Mewtwo, and they're all shiny, they're all Pressure, and they're not legitimate in any way. So I'm looking at this like he's on his 7th box because he streamed for like 2 hours to do this. So I don't even know how many he gave away. I couldn't watch through the end of the video. I just wanted to kind of point out, like, good Pressure. It's not like a cloned event or anything, which is still illegal, but it looks like that this is where a majority of them are coming from, or at least something like, actually no, this was streamed October 7th. So we don't even know. And also when you do the battle spot, it takes away the nickname, so we don't know if this was a Frieza Mewtwo or not, but it just shows, like, hacked shiny Mewtwo's are given away all the time. I found some forum posts, you know, for the next hour, if you deposit Medcham into GTS, I'm going to give a shiny Mewtwo in return. Shiny Mewtwo, and then people talking about receiving them all the time on Wonder Trade. People are just giving away hacked Pokemon. That's literally how it is. That there is no argument. There's not like, oh, but David, he went out and he got this legitimate Mewtwo in like Fire Red, Leaf Green, or Omega Ruby, or not Omega, or in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and you have no right to go and say that he's a cheater. Dude, he's using a cheated Pokemon. Like, there are tens of thousands of times more illegitimate shiny Mewtwo's out there than regular ones. That's how many hacked Mewtwo there are. So let's see what this first turn is. Mega Slowbro bringing the hype, and Mewtwo going to bring the Psychic. So that's a dig from the Blaziken. Okay. I didn't even make it this far in the battle. I saw the Mewtwo and I ended it. So that's already interesting right there. But we do see that it is the Trick Room. And I guess Slowbro, it's just so tanky, it doesn't matter. And because the Blaziken dug, it actually takes double damage on top of that super effective hit. So that gets one shot right there. Slowbro is actually going offensive, throwing out the Scald onto Mewtwo as well. Gets the burn, that's damage. It's gone next turn to the Earthquake. That is going to be an Aura Sphere on to Trapinch. It tanks it, but just barely. And that is going to be leftovers on the Mewtwo. I think I also saw like a special like event leftovers Mewtwo specifically as well. So crazy stuff. And then we see that there is going to be a Venusaur. Alright, so that's going to be decent damage on the Venusaur with that Earthquake. Venusaur's probably going to want to hit Slowbro instead of the Trapinch. Mewtwo goes down. Double critical hit shenanigans. Venusaur taking a big chunk right there. And then Slowbro with the Scald. That's not going to be enough. No. No burn? Oh, okay, and there's the Sleep Powder. So Sleep Powder going to land onto the Slowbro. Probably would have been a better option to go and use like a Giga Drain or something. Gets to sleep onto Slowbro, and that is going to be another Pokemon coming in, Blastoise. So, Trapinch with that Earthquake will get the cleanup onto Venusaur. Gets good damage on the Slowbro. Did he like crit his own Slowbro after that? No, he can't because it's Shell Armor. Wow, that's actually doing a lot of damage. Because Trapinch has like a 100 base attack, so it actually does pretty well. And the Hydro Pump will take down the Trapinch right there. But then Slowbro wakes up, things happen, we got another Pokemon. Either way, Trapinch put in some work, and I'm ready for the next battle. You know, we got the shiny shenanigans out of the way. We still have Trick Room up. Slowbro wakes up, gets the Slack off, heals up off of this Blastoise, and then I'm guessing Armaldo is like super damagey and also super slow. That's a Rock Slide. So gonna go stab on that Rock Slide onto the Blastoise, and Blastoise will go down. Okay, let's get into another real battle after this one. Alright, it's the same team. Let's see what fun we get ourselves into this time. Trick Room, shenanigans, and then damage. So that's kind of the rotation right there. And Gigalith actually going to be... It's a super defensive Pokemon, but it will take the super effective hit off the Trapinch. So we'll see what that does. However, Trick Room's kind of crazy to that. And do you take that risk? Because we are in an interesting position. Also, Trapinch does have the Arena Trap ability, so we'll be able to lock in the opponent. Still goes for that Protect on the first turn, giving Cloyster a potential free Shell Smash. Oh, actually goes for the Taco Spikes instead. Okay, so that's going to be Slowbro right there, going to set up that Trick Room, and Gigalith going for Stealth Rocks. Opponent getting some heavy layers on there in this doubles battle, and then Slowbro going to set up Trick Room. Oh boy. So, it's Twisted Dimensions, and Gigalith going to protect this turn. Does not want to eat that Scald, doesn't want to eat too much damage. Trapinch going to throw out the Rock Slide. Yo, super effective hit onto the Cloyster still. That's a bulky defensive Pokemon though, so there's super effective hit, gets the Scald. Cloyster doesn't have a huge amount of special defense. Oh my goodness, the damage right there, even though not very effective. Cloyster flinches off the Rock Slide, and it will heal up from the leftovers. I was kind of expecting like Shell Smash and then like Rock Slide or Earthquake to do some huge damage, because Earthquake does the same amount as Rock Slide. Because Rock Slide's 75 base power, Earthquake's 100, you get Stab on the Trapinch. So it's actually better to use Earthquake for accuracy, but then Rock Slide has that chance to flinch. So Gigalith straight up explodes. That's the thing that can happen. Oh, he's going to take out his... Wait, no, Cloyster protected. Slowbro going to take a huge hit. Trapinch surviving at 1 hit points. Is it Focus Sash? Yeah, okay, so that's the Trapinch item. No Eviolite, no Life Orb or any kind of like silly damage item. Cloyster's protecting though. Cloyster's actually surviving through his Trick Room pretty well. Stalled it out a bit, got the couple turns of setup. And now it's a Jolteon. Oh no. You just brought Jolteon in on the Trick Room. Does Trapinch have enough to one-hit KO a Jolteon? Cloyster goes down. Jolteon goes down. And what else is left? I mean, Jolteon's kind of dead either way. Like, Cloyster goes down this turn. Jolteon comes in next turn. That's still a wipe regardless. Slowbro has nothing to Scald. And the Swampert comes in. So, Scald Earthquake isn't enough to combo down onto the Swampert. Trapinch protects. Slowbro Scalds. So, hitting neutral damage might find a burn. What was he trying to protect from on the Swampert? Surf? Yeah, I would have thought the Earthquake was enough damage, but it's looking like a no. Slowbro doesn't take too much from that Surf. Twisted Dimensions return to normal, and Trapinch going for the double protect, not going to get it. Swampert will out-surf. Slowbro survives, and the Scald should do it. Then we'll see what the other Pokemon brought in is. Slowbro, oh, refreshes the Trick Room. That's right, because Armaldo is going to come in, and then the game will end that way. Or Golem. Oh, Golem. Bring in the Rock Ground Pokemon into the Swampert. Why not? Just because you got the Trick Room now. How much damage will the Golem do? Slowbro is going to slack off, even though it's slower. Going to go first in this turn. We'll get that heal up. And Golem, how hard does Golem smash? Oh, it's just going to explode. Because why not? Gotta cheese it out there for a bit. And That's damage. Normal gym going to strength the explosion's power. Slowbro survives. So that's some damage calcs right there. It's like, alright, I can explode with the normal gym. Slowbro is such a defensive tank. It can eat earthquakes and explosions all day, and you're just going to be doing more damage to the opponent under that Trick Room. That's pretty crazy. We got one more battle, so let's go and check that one out as well. And just straight into this battle, so it's going to be Electivire Greninja opening. Greninja does not like being slow. It is not a bulky or durable Pokemon in any way, so we're going to see what happens. Trick Room. The Electivire is going to take a big hit off of that Earthquake. The conversion off of this will be pretty interesting. I'm still surprised that, like, is this Slowbro, is that even health invested? Is it just, like, full defense, like, special attack, maybe? Because it's tanking pretty well. I don't know Slowbro's base health, but 162 seems a little low with, like, EV investment, potentially. So Electivire is going to Wild Charge onto Slowbro. Slowbro, it's a man. It can survive. So Electivire going to take the recoil, going to not take Life Orb. Is that Choice Band? Because that's still a lot of damage. And then the Trick Room will go through just like that. So Slowbro Twisted Dimensions, Trapinch with the Earthquake. Will Electivire go down? The damage is real. You can hit those super effective hits and still find it. Electivire has a bit of built-in bulk, but yeah, it's a 100 base attack Pokemon. Is a 100 base attack Pokemon. Doesn't matter if it's not fully evolved or anything like that. Greninja throws down the Hydro Pump. Trapinch going to avoid it. Greninja just barely survived on that Scald. Now we're going to see what Kangaskhan does. It is Mega Kangaskhan, which means you have to anticipate the fake out. But is Kangaskhan going to take more? Because if it fakes out Trapinch, it loses its turn. Greninja goes down to the Scald. So you don't have to protect. And then you fake out the Slowbro. So it's still a lot of damage. Like, Trapinch does find the way to survive, though. Trapinch will flinch, but the Scald's still going to be enough to take out the Greninja. And then next turn, you still have the Earthquake pressure onto Kangaskhan. Earthquake Scald. If that's enough to take down the Kangaskhan, that'll be crazy. But you do have to worry about the Sucker Punch. And there's also Gengar, so there could get some interesting stuff right here. Kangaskhan throws out the Sucker Punch. Trapinch goes down to the Sucker Punch. Yeah, I guess that'll happen. And then we have Slowbro getting a free Scald, however. Scald will connect onto Gengar. Big damage on the Gengar. That is the burn. So I guess this team isn't as much about the Trapinch as it is just everything else. Slowbro gets finished off right there. Ooh, this is going to be interesting because, like, there's just one turn of Trick Room, right? And then we're going to see if we can get the big turn off of that. Can't go for the explosion gimmick because Gengar's a Ghost-type Pokemon. Armaldo can hit Kangaskhan pretty well. I guess Golem just has to suck it up and do something like a Rock Slide. Double Rock Slide! Will it find flinches? Gengar goes down to that Rock Slide. Kangaskhan still bulks it out just a little. And now we are down to Golem with its own Rock Slide. Kangaskhan has to get flinched down. That'd be absolutely hilarious. Oh, Power Punch. No, it doesn't. Power Punch on the Armaldo. Not ridiculous because it does have that bug typing, so it will be a neutral hit. And then Armaldo just takes a little bit right there. And then next turn, Kangaskhan. Twist Dimensions return to normal. Kangaskhan throws out the Power Punch again. This time trying to hit Golem. Oh my goodness. The damage boosting gets through the Sturdy. Not enough on that back end hit to finish off the Golem though. Just too defensive. And then Armaldo or Golem, any of them will get the Rock Slide and win it right here. That was interesting. And that will be game. So there we go, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the battle, and we will get into some more Fan Fridays in a bit. Yep, and that's what I was talking about with the shiny hatched Pokemon, guys. It's all over the place.